good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode as we come into wonderful sound effects, gurgling noises, and other things. Welcome to Kindred Lists. I am your most humble and merciful dungeon master for the evening, Michael. Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Do me a favor, players, just to be safe. Everybody go ahead and speak into the microphone so I can check my OBS and double check to make sure you guys are coming through.
Hello.
This is ASMR D&D.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Yeah,
Mic check,
you
mic
are,
check.
You're
Yes.
definitely coming through. Yes. Chat, I apologize for that.
Oh.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'd like to thank our sponsors before we begin tonight. We want to thank Twitch and Streamlabs OBS. Also, we'd like to thank our good friends over at Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games. You can check out both of our partners there by typing in !Little Dragon or !CCG in the chat. Don't listen to Matt on Tuesdays. Don't type in !CGC. It will not work. Yes, I'm taking jabs at Matt right now. I gotcha, Matt. So
He's right, it doesn't work. I feel heated.
it does sound better, CGC, but it doesn't make
No,
sense
what
for
we
the
need to do-
title of the store, Cardboard Castle Games, CCG.
No, but what we got to do is set it so when you type in CGC, it pops up and says, "Stop listening to Matt." He's wrong.
There you go. I'll
Slay.
throw that into Moobot. There you go. Happy birthday, Matt. That's for you. But if you type in those commands into chat, and you can get a quick link to their storefronts. If you use the coupon code PROBONUS at Little Dragon Corp, you get 10% off your order just for going to visit and hanging out with them. So make sure you do so. I recommend doing so during our break this evening, so you can stick around and not miss any of the action. So, we have a brief recap. So the party reunited with Silver last time. They met him in a familiar city that they spent some time in before, Yartar. Had some shenanigans at a few restaurants, had their food spit in, started casting some spells in restaurants, got kicked out of a restaurant, broke the door and the windows, caused some problems. It seems pretty standard for this Friday night crew, because Callista's not around, and that's usually what happens when Callista's not there. Callista, they need you back. They can't.
Yep.
They can't.
It always just defaults to Callista's fault
They-
for leaving them alone.
They can't
She should know
function
better.
in society without you.
I had to help Diana. All
I
right.
would like to point out, Molfin was perfectly functional the entire time.
Well, yeah, Molfin, you were really doing kind of like your own thing. You were wandering about, turning a Hand of Yartar member into jelly.
Liquefying an innocent party doesn't sound
I was
functional.
about to say.
Yeah,
I was about to say, Molfin, if you call yourself
Hand of
functional, you
Yartar,
killed somebody.
innocent,
Molfin did have a meeting with Scimitar Sally, who was very upset with Molfin. Molfin did not insight check that, and was lured into kind of like an ambush with a couple of her comrades, and Molfin turned one into jelly. That is correct, and that persuaded Scimitar Sally that it wasn't the best idea to pick a fight, and so Molfin kind of, to use a term from our Tuesday night, parlayed with this group and found a way to get some information from an individual named Cat Foxguard, who happened to also be the individual that potentially has something that Silver is looking for. So they made their way to this Foxguard residence, which is a very, very rich noble estate. They put on some guises. Oh, thank you so much for the bits for the Calista Supremacy Club. there it is. They made their way, disguising themselves as city inspectors, and convinced the guards that they had an appointment, and and had their papers, and made themselves entered the facility. Molfin, keeping at his promise, made his way to the household, and they have welcomed Molfin in as well, as Lachlan is sneaking around the outskirts of the building. You guys also received some interesting messages from Ashlyn last week. 2 weeks ago, excuse me. Last time.
I got another person to liquefy now.
Yeah. She seems to be getting eloped, is what Ashlyn called it. He's excited about it. But we're going to start with Lachlan. Lachlan, you are outside. You've just seen Molfin be escorted into the building and heard the door close. What are you doing?
Lurking outside the window, watching in.
Okay.
And I think I could see everyone else doing their search, right?
You can see into what looks to be through one room and into the foyer, but it looks as if your group of inspectors is kind of coming to an end of exploring this room. They're looking like they're about ready to move on to another.
Okay.
And you watch Molfin come in, and he's been escorted. He's not coming into the room like where you're looking into. He's going past like an open doorway, and you just see him like walk by and then disappear further into the house.
How far away as he passes by do you think he is from me?
50 feet.
Nice. I'm gonna cast message.
Okay.
Which I think, it can be blocked by like 3 feet of wood, so I imagine the walls aren't 3 feet thick.
Okay.
The window's not. It's not a foot of stone. Unless the windows are lead. I don't know.
No. You can go ahead and give it a shot. What would you like to say in your message?
It would just be a quick message to be like, "You ever seen a funny symbol on a window before, Gramps?"
You hear this in your mind, Molfin.
No, I don't.
You don't?
Anti-magic field.
Oh, you don't.
Just-
I forgot you put that up right before you went in. Yep.
After seeing those
Knock,
weird
knock,
faces.
knock, knock.
Yep. Are you knocking on the
Oh,
window?
no.
Okay. Just checking.
Well,
Knock
he didn't
off.
answer. Must be fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna continue to lurk a little bit.
Okay. Are you moving to a different window, or are you staying put?
Yeah, I want to try to follow the trajectory of the inspectors to kind of like shuffle along the side of the building to see if I can get the next window.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of like shift around. Go ahead and make an additional stealth check for me as you're lurking around, because you can hear people out there in the yard milling about.
And I think I'm still invisible.
I think you are invisible. Yeah, so you have advantage on your check.
Cool. Well, it's a 27.
You rolled the exact same thing as you did last time. 2
Yeah.
27s. Look at it in the roll 20. That's insane.
Look at that.
That's insane.
Is something broken? Oh, you know what? That is probably reliable talent. I checked the reliable talent box. I keep rolling below 10s.
Oh, yeah, so it automatically makes it a 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you can't roll less than a 27 on a stealth check.
Apparently.
That is ridiculous.
Callista doesn't care. She can still see me. But...
Yeah, she could, actually.
yeah.
I think if I rolled low and you rolled high enough, I wouldn't be able to see you.
Small chance.
Yeah, so you move to another window. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Lachlan, as you're snooping around.
17.
17. As you're walking by these windows, you're kind of looking up the wall of this house. And it looks like it's kind of like, I'm trying to find the right words. It's kind of like a plaster on the walls, kind of. What is that called?
Stucco or
Stucco.
no?
That's the word I was looking for. It's kind of like a stucco on the wall, and you catch about 7-8 feet up more of those things that were on the window.
Symbol.
Yeah, looks like something Molfin would dabble in. And you know enough about your little like arcane knowledge that you have to tell there's probably some kind of arcane glyph.
Yeah.
It's pretty well hidden. I mean, you'd have to be really looking for it to catch it.
Creepy. I'm gonna steer clear of that thing.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's several of them. Like you see a glyph, and then like 2 feet over, there's another one. So it's making almost like this line on the wall, about 8 feet up.
Like it's almost like they're blocking something.
Kind of seems like that. Looks like they're making it very difficult for you to climb the wall without accidentally bumping into one of these things.
It's like looking around and realizing you're in a minefield.
That's kind of what it's like. Yeah, it's
kind of freeze in place.
Sure. So you make it. You're kind of following the group to the next room. Inspector's inside. You have two different directions you can go. You can go back through the foyer and over to the other side of the house, or you can go through a kind of like a double archway opening that leads into another room beyond. It's your choice. The guards have kind of left you guys alone. They've moved on to do other duties, but you have a feeling like they'll be checking up on you from time to time.
Which way are we gonna go?
That way. I point to the archway room.
Okay. You guys make your way into the archway room, and you see what looks it's a pretty massive room, long rectangular room, and has this massive dark wood table that sits in the room that has all these really fancy chairs lined up on either side with two even fancier end chairs on either side. They look ornately carved out of a dark wood as well, but they have these deep purple and black velvet kind of cushion settings on the back and on the like butt on the seat. So it's like poofed up and really looks like it'd be nice and comfortable to sit in. There is an elegant fireplace on one side. It's a very dark red brick that seems to climb up to the ceiling and then disappear to the second story. It looks like there are several, I'd say about 6 of them. It looks like carved sculptures of ravens in different poses on the mantelpiece above the fireplace. They look like they're made out of probably like this deep onyx, some kind of blackened stone. And they're just, one of them has its wings outstretched and its beak open. Another one is kind of like sitting there just perched on a little branch that seems to be carved into the base piece. These really elegant pieces. Behind there you see this enormous painting as well, and it looks like a beautiful noble woman sitting there in a purple dress that looks like it's worth hundreds and hundreds of gold pieces. And it looks like somebody deliberately like painted this thing with precision and care. It looks like an excellent piece. But other than that, you see other little settings of, definitely looks like nobles live here. There's a little tea set made of, looks like pure silver, sitting over on a table in the corner. This seems to be some kind of either formal dining room of some sort, or place for them to entertain guests.
I will whisper to my 2 friends that is with me. You know, sometimes people hide buttons inside of statues' mouths. So I'm gonna go put my finger in the mouth of the raven thing.
Okay. You put your finger in the mouth of the raven?
Yes.
Okay. What's your armor class?
17.
Okay.
Oh no.
Wait.
It chomps down on your finger, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. And you swing your finger around, and it's a statue. It locked onto your finger, and it's just a statue. It hasn't moved other than its beak, and just went right down on your finger.
Nutcracker.
Is it just holding me in place?
It's holding onto your finger. Yeah.
I will go over and see if I can't, like, I don't know, grab it by the neck and kind of like Ethan said, like, find the off switch. Find the release.
So
it's not in the mouth. It's not in the mouth.
Yeah, so you come up to it, you're like looking at it. You feel like if you gave it a good tug, it'll come off, Diana.
Alright, I yank it.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
Oh my, oh me, oh my, okay. I rolled a 12 on the die. I don't have more than a +2.
Okay, well, you just needed to beat a 10, so you got it. So you pull it,
Okay.
and it goes, it pops off of Silver's finger.
Yay.
Silver, your finger looks a little pinkish on the end. Yeah.
Aw.
And now the beak of the bird is open again on the sculpture.
What the heck? I put it back
Okay.
onto the sculpture.
You put it back, sure. Lachlan, outside, you cannot see through the window. It is closed curtain in this room.
Closed curtain.
Yeah.
I have
The other thing
one
is-
other idea.
I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go, Lachlan? You want to say what's
Well, just Michael. I realize I'm visible because I cast message.
Yes, you are visible, but you still
Oh,
rolled a
yikes.
27 because that's the lowest you can roll. So, but this time, Ashlyn and Callista,
Yes, sir.
you guys are peering over the wall of this estate. Callista, you can see Lachlan trying to
he doing?
peer into a window of this place. You can see a few guards to your left kind of walking around milling about, and then a few other guards to your right milling about in the yard. Lachlan's just sitting there moseying, visible, trying to peer through a window that looks like the blinds and curtains are shut.
I knew he was a peeping Tom.
Is this what they get up to when we're not around?
I'm not around. I don't know.
All right. I'm gonna. This is so dumb.
Raud peeks up and he's like, what is he doing?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
Unless the others are in there.
Does he know? Like,
The others
he's
probably
just
know.
out there playing his day.
I know.
I know.
You're usually better at that.
I'll.
I'll
go get 'em.
Better not have any dogs.
Dogs? What do you mean? You're with a druid. You're fine. Dogs are fine.
No, for Lachlan.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh well.
You'll sniff him out like piece of cake.
Should I wait 15 minutes and see if they find him first?
As entertaining as that might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cast pass without a trace.
Okay.
Okay, you cast
Those
pass
of
without
us who
trace.
get blamed for being involved, even though they have no idea we're there. Like, do it.
So,
I think Lachlan still has sausages in his pocket from breakfast.
Oh
too.
no.
oh, you probably do. Yeah.
That gives a -45 to your stealth roll when the dogs are.
Yeah.
So, are you guys planning to sneak up into the yard to Lachlan?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make stealth checks with your +10 bonus for pass without a trace. Raud is also going to
32.
make his 32.
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sneaking up on the sneak.
Yeah. I try.
4?
34. Wow.
17 plus 7 plus 10.
I actually think Raud did pretty good too, because I rolled a 15 plus 10 makes a minimum of 25. Plus his bonus is probably I think he's at +2, so he has a 27. So he's as hidden as Lachlan is right now. He's feeling pretty good about that. So you guys make your way
No,
kind
Lachlan.
of.
Yeah.
Now this is a pretty big estate, so it's a pretty big yard. But you make your way through, and you can find some elegant trees and bushes that kind of hang, hide around, and you do like the good old Looney Tunes sneak up through the open field where you're like, and then hide behind something, and hide behind something else, and yeah, you guys have no problem sneaking through past where the guards are located, and you guys start to slowly approach Lachlan. Lachlan, what is your passive perception?
17.
Okay. Lachlan doesn't appear to notice you guys approach as he's trying to look through this window.
What's
Don't
there?
scream. Turn around. What are you doing?
inside.
Who? Everybody?
The inspectors.
What does that mean?
We have inspectors?
Diana's looking for black mold.
Is that like a gelatinous cube?
Okay. Why are you all sneaking in here?
Silver needs something.
You're missing the ceremony.
Moni.
She wants to get married, but she wants all of us there.
It's not married, it's eloping.
How's it eloping if we're invited?
I don't know what you mean. Of course
you're
you're
not gonna do
invited.
We're all invited.
Isn't it just a wedding?
It's a wedding.
Oh, it's an elopement. God, get it right. All right. Now, how do we get inside with them?
That is not.
Riled looks at all of you and is like, what
Hope
is
you're
this?
the worst time.
Who is inspecting for black mold?
They're disguised as inspectors, so if we go in, we'll blow their cover.
What is he looking for? What is Silver looking for?
I don't know, something cool.
Uncle Molfin, then.
I'm gonna pull out the sending stone for Silver.
Okay.
What are you guys doing inside of there? What are you looking for, Silver? You only have one response. Choose your words carefully.
Silver, it's strange. Silver, it's strange. In your pocket, you feel.
Well, my first question is, do I recognize the voice?
Well, yeah. As the voice comes through, you recognize it.
You know who gave you the stone.
You know who gave you the stone. So.
And she told you we would contact you through it.
Right. We're looking for things called rivets. It is one of my medallions they took. I will make a minor illusion in my hand and show it to the little thing that I'm holding.
Okay.
I don't think I see it.
You don't.
Nope, you don't. But Silver doesn't know that.
Diana and Vix, you guys see Silver hold this stone that has all these intricate symbols in it, and he starts floating that holographic minor image of one of his rivets that he showed you before in front of the stone. And he's just holding it, waiting for something to take place.
That's not the stone. That's not what you're looking for.
This is what I'm looking for.
You have a stone, and you're comparing it to your image. That's not it.
No, this came out of my pocket. I am showing it to Callista.
She's watching us right now.
I mean,
She just talked to me, so I'm assuming yes.
Lista talked to you? Did Callista just talked to you?
Yeah, yes, she did.
Did she happen to share she was?
She said, "Why are you in the building? What are you doing?" So I told her, and then I showed her this.
Maybe you should put that away. Maybe.
Sure.
There's no black mold here. I will now be leaving.
Wait.
We
We're not done
haven't even
checking
checked the basement.
or the upstairs.
Adiad. I mean, Adiad. Where are you going? Adiad.
I'm sorry, Anya just kills me.
Am I saying her name wrong? Is that why she's walking away again?
I don't know.
I'll turn back around and I'll be like, Callista is here. is here. Amazing thing, because I love her, love my girlfriend, love seeing her. Also slightly scary thing, because this doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. We're just inspecting the house.
As you
Sure.
guys are
Okay.
having this conversation, a side double doors open, and you guys see standing beyond them is a very beautiful looking young woman that is wearing a beautiful pink dress. Comes through the doors, has her hair kind of crimped up and pulled up. It's very dark hair. But she looks, I mean, imagine in complexion a gorgeous female model that comes into the room. Elegant figure, holds her posture up very, very straight, and looks like she is wearing money. You know, this is, she's got jewelry up her arms, dangling from her ears. I mean, this is high class noble who walks in. Gives you a suspicious
Start
look.
fixing my hair.
What is going on? What is the meaning of this?
Is she wearing my medallion by any chance?
Make a perception check.
Oh no.
15.
15. She is wearing a necklace, but it does not appear to be your medallion.
Good. Okay.
It looks like a pretty expensive bejeweled necklace that kind of comes down right below her neckline.
I look at my associates.
We are building
Guys.
inspectors.
Yes. Hey there. We're here from the city. We're here to inspect your building because there have been some sewer level issues, to say the least, and we're worried about structural integrity of buildings and the like. And the city sent us to make sure your building's all right. So we're just checking for structural integrity of the first floor. If we see anything bad, we might have to go upstairs, but we want to check the basement before we could do anything else. And we were only shown into the main foyer, so we don't really know how to get to the basement at all.
Make a persuasion check.
And black mold.
And black mold.
And black mold.
And black mold.
That's just a natural check no matter what. That's just what we look for.
I adjust my glasses accordingly.
Okay. All right. No, I want to use this die. Hold on.
Are your glasses like illusory?
I
So when
think
you-
they are.
When you adjust them, your hands go through them.
Damn, it's so stupid.
That is a 16.
Oh my, oh my.
I rolled really bad.
Oh no.
You're not going to find too much to do with sewer systems here in our formal dining room. Let me show you to the cellar door, and perhaps you can carry on your investigation somewhere where it'll probably be better off suited.
Well, we were checking lower level wall to look for like cracking and stuff like that, mold areas, window seals, stuff
Mold.
like that.
Right.
Let me tell you, I grew up, my name is Aniad, hello. I extend a hand.
Hello, Hexana. And she shakes.
All right, Aniad, hey. You know, I grew up in the woods, and there were quite a few funguses that grew on the wood, out in the woods, saying that you have hard wood floors. So, it would only be logical to investigate. There are fungals that can grow.
Make
Wood floors doesn't get disinfected when it's shipped in.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Diana.
We're just over
Meanwhile,
here.
yeah, meanwhile we're just nodding.
Wow. Very Daryl and Daryl over here.
Oh, and I threw it across the floor. How'd it do? Don't touch the dice.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh,
Everybody
no.
okay? That sounded like somebody fell out of like a second-story window.
Well, you see what happened was I went to go pick up the dice that fell, and then he touched it. So that's a non-point, and I did not see what it landed on. And then the entire box of dice also fell.
No.
And there's a lot of dice on the floor now.
If you'd like to re-roll,
Anyways,
you can re-roll and then collect your dice.
The cat is playing with the dice.
Yep, we just heard it.
Yep. That dice is that one's gone. You lost that die. It's under the couch.
Anyway, I don't even know where I'm gonna roll this. Where'd my box go? Here it is. Okay. Anyway, so Mrs. 9 plus what I believe is a 10. It's always been, yeah, get that out of your mouth. It's a 10.
10? Okay.
So 19 total.
19
Yes.
total.
I'm quite certain.
Nice. Okay.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared that that's wrong, but I can't leave this app to go check.
Well,
I'll look for
I
you.
believe that it
Thank
you'll
you.
be better served. Follow me, and she starts to lead you guys down the hall, and then makes a right turn, goes down a little bit of more of a hall, then makes a left turn. This house is huge, and you start walking down another hall, and then about 2 doors down, she stops at a large wooden door, opens it, and gestures within. It's not much, but it does what it needs to.
Very
Your
well.
persuasion's a +6. Your perception's a +10.
But persuasion is +6? Ah, dang it. I got the P's confused. +6.
So 15.
I'm sorry.
Head down in the cellar.
Yes. Thank you very much for your help.
Don't be too
Ma'am.
long.
We're
Oh,
doing
you
our
know
best.
what?
Try
You know,
not to.
I know I completely forgot. If you didn't believe us, we do have paper as proof.
I'm sure you would have had to need to have shown it to even get let into this place.
Yeah, but just for your awareness, we have the paperwork necessary. I'm gonna go down into the cellar now.
Okay, and she just kind of nods. And you guys head into the cellar.
Yes.
I follow, and I immediately begin looking for black mold, which is what I will be doing.
There, it is dark
pick up
as you guys are heading down the stairs. And the door, you hear the door close as you guys are walking down the stairs. It goes, and closes behind you. At that time, we're going to flip to Molfin, as Molfin has been brought into the building. And Molfin, you are escorted down a few hallways. You make a few turns, and you go through an kind of like an elaborate archway into a bigger room that seems to be on the back side of the house. There is a large window on the back that seems to be letting in a little bit of natural light from the top. It's almost like, imagine somebody's got large windows that have curtains on them, but then they have that like curved window above it. And that curved window is kind of letting some natural light in, but it looks like it's completely blocked off from being visible to the outside unless somebody had the right angle to see through. You're brought in there. There's an elegant couch of purple and black velvet. And a lot of elegant, like you can see that the aesthetic is very much the same as you guys come over here. It's very, the best word I can describe it is very Victorian in its aesthetic. So if you imagine a Victorian house and the furniture, but a purple and black theme as you come in. There are other seats around. It looks like kind of like a big formal sitting room that has a elaborate rug placed over the hardwood floor. The hardwood floors are perfection. Like there's not a scratch on them, and they gloss like high, like you're looking at high gloss reflections and it's almost like you can see your reflection in the gloss of the floor. It's that nice. You see a massive fireplace on the opposite wall from the couch. It's enormous. There is a mantelpiece made out of this nice dark wood, and there's also raven sculptures that sit perched in different positions on the platform there. You also notice another large painting of an individual, a beautiful, looks like a human woman wearing blonde, crimped and curly hair that kind of goes down over her shoulders. She's wearing this bright yellow dress that has white kind of filigree and decorations all over it. Looks very rich. And sitting in a nice decorative chair, but a very kind of, it's strange, very gloomy and abstract colors landscape behind it. Like, it looks like a landscape, but nothing. I guess the best comparison I can give it to you is like when you look at the painting of the Mona Lisa, like the background isn't very bright or colorful or cheerful. It's just kind of gloomy, and the colors just kind of are toned down, and it doesn't seem like it fits with the bright yellow dress and the elegant chair and stuff like that. Just very contrasting between the background and the foreground of the portrait.
Does it give me any sort of feels of our quick jaunt through the Shadowfell?
Not really.
Okay.
It's weird. It's just like a contrast. Like it just doesn't seem right for a painting. But with your true sight, 3 of those raven sculptures appear to be looking at you. As you are escorted in, you sit down, you're escorted to the couch, I guess, or the chair, or wherever you'd like to sit, and they kind of gesture. And
as I'm noticing that, do I see anywhere in here? Is it like the 50s businessman office, or the nice establishment that you go into, and there's like a small liquor section with the family's prize bottle of cognac or something on it with some glasses?
Absolutely. Yeah, over in the corner. Yep.
Molfin's going right over making himself a drink while he's waiting.
Pour yourself a scotch on the rocks, Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's an elegant silver container that has a lid that you open it up and has a little the little things to pull the ice out individually, so you can pull one cube at a time into the glass. Yeah, they got all the fancy ritzy stuff. And actually, to get the lid off, there's like a little sculpture of a silver raven that you have to pick up to get to the ice.
Molfin, makes a drink and then walks over. Isn't going to sit down.
Okay.
It's going to stand just about 10, 11 feet away, just far enough away from the raven so I'm not getting them within my zone.
Okay.
And then just staring at them, muttering to himself.
Okay. They make an insight check for me.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Abilities, insight. That's a 13.
13. They're still very still, but you can tell with your true sight that they're looking at you.
I'm just going to look up. It's amusing. Can we just have a conversation? You're just going to stare all day. Hold up the glass. Take a drink.
Gotcha. You wait for a few moments in the room, and eventually the double doors on the opposite side of the fireplace, there's like 2 entryways to this room. The double doors on the opposite side open up, and in comes a handful of gorgeous, elegantly clad women in dresses. Different colors. You see a blue dress, you see a green dress, you see, and they all look outstanding. Looks like they come from money. They're all women, and there's 5 of them that enter the room. The last one that enters the room you recognize from the painting above the fireplace. And she's actually coming in, and one of the other women are kind of like holding her hand like this and leading her into the room. In which another one of the women in the green dress, kind of turns around and then shuts the door behind them. And as they walk in, Molfin, with your true sight, you can recognize now that they are all under an effect. Because you can see through the seeming spell that they are currently under with your true sight. They may appear to look like elegant, noble women, but they all look more like that individual that you saw on the roof. They look like very pale gray flesh elves with dark jet black hair. The one that you recognize from the painting actually looks like she's got kind of like braided dreadlocks that come down her back. And she's not wearing a dress at all. It looks like she's wearing some kind of dark black armor. And you can see that there are daggers on her hips. But she thinks she's walking in wearing a bright, beautiful yellow dress. And all the rest of her girlfriends that are with her, they're varying aesthetically differences, but of that same general look. One of them you recognize has kind of like this short, kind of like a buzz cut like me, but it's in a mohawk. It kind of drifts back of her head. One has a long hair that looks really matted and almost like they haven't brushed it or washed it. And they just kind of walk into the room and they sit down. They're holding their posture. And the one woman sits down in one of the chairs in the room, the one with the yellow dress, and kind of crosses her legs elegantly and looks towards you and says, "So, Molfin, I hear that we have business to discuss."
Yes, an associate of yours and I had a conversation last night. I'm hoping she delivered the message, but...
Yeah, she spoke with Ginlin here, and she gestures to the one wearing the green dress. And the green dress she has kind of like girls, help me out on this. It's kind of like an overcoat type thing that goes over your dress, but it only goes like halfway down your back.
A waistcoat?
Yes,
Waistcoat.
A shawl.
Yeah, a shawl or a waistcoat or what? Yeah, that one either. She has one of those on, and you can tell like she kind of gestures and nods towards the woman in the chair. She's standing kind of behind her. And she looks. Yes, our good friend Sally made contact with us. I'm Kat Foxguard. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Often give a little bow.
Okay. She just kind of nods.
I would hoping that we can come to some sort of an arrangement between us. I am in need of foot soldiers for the coming problems that I seem to find myself with, and individuals such as yourselves could be extremely useful.
Right, and for these foot soldiers that you require, are you what is it that you are offering that would be useful to us?
Oh, did Sally not tell you what I did during our conversation?
It appears I believe she have neglected to give me too many details, other than that she did tell me that you are quite a powerful individual. And that you have quite a powerful group of friends that surround you. Which surprises me that you're alone.
Molfin's going to, may I approach?
Approach me?
But if I can borrow any one of you, it does not have to be you if you're uncomfortable, but
She looks over to one of the other women, the woman in the blue dress, with kind of like dirty blonde hair that kind of is curled up into kind of like a French braid in the back, and says over to her, Ketora, do as he says. And she looks over to Kat for a brief moment, and then looks to you and just starts slowly approaching you.
So, looking at her, what does she have on her for a weapon?
What does she have on her for a weapon? It looks as if she has chains rolled up, dangling from her hips. They're kind of wrapped around, so they're not really like making too much noise as she walks. But she steps a little bit closer to you. You want her to kind of get into your radius? Is that what you're trying to do?
As she starts stepping towards me, Molfin's going to, right before she gets within the range, just hold up his hand. That's quite close enough.
She stops.
If you
has a confused look on her face, but stops.
If you come any closer, everyone else will see the change you're wearing on your hip as easily as I am.
She immediately glances over to Kat. Kat looks at her. You see her chains.
And I see your daggers. I can see through all of you.
Clever.
And then Molfin's going to take one step forward to put her within the bubble.
Oh, reveal.
And now everyone else can.
And you see her. She's complete, this light gray tone complexion. Piercing, sharp, elven-like ears, like exaggerated. A braided dreadlocks that just fall back beyond her. The armor is kind of decorative and elegant, but it's very different from what she's putting on this guise. Now that completely dispels seeming, right? Or is it when you come out, the minute you go back out, it'll put the guise back on? Okay. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah. So as the minute that happens, Molfin gives it a good, strong 5 count, then takes 2 steps back to allow the illusion to return.
Okay. You can see that their smile has kind of, when you revealed this to her, she was kind of surprised, but then it turned into a smile and isn't, shouldn't be so shocked anymore. So it appears that you are very powerful.
Yes, I seem to have run afoul of the Lord's alliance.
But it seems like all you've done so far is come in and, you haven't really offered anything other than your power.
No, and...
Is your power strong enough to beat our numbers? That's the question, Molfin.
Go to the roof of the Despicable Lady and pick up Sally's friends. What's left of them. I could demonstrate that, but I come under peaceful claims.
Oh, absolutely.
My thought is once the Lord's Alliance is removed in its entirety, a new order will arise. My order.
And you wish to use us to help make that happen?
Yes. And then give you the rewards due.
Make a persuasion check, Molfin.
I will take that. I think my persuasion is... Yeah, my persuasion is negative. That's an 18.
18. Okay. She looks at you and says, I think that we may be able to work out some kind of deal. I've been having my heart set on the title of Water Baron for quite a good amount of time. I think that would suit me well. I think perhaps
It'd be
if...
very simple. It'd be simple to remove one individual such as that.
Well, you see, there's a thing called politics. It seems to always get in the way. And right now, I can't afford for the public to see as you can see. I've got a lot going on here in Yartar. I prefer to keep it going that way for as long as I can. What I do is important. It's essential.
Molfin sort of glances out and half glances at the ravens a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Be that as it may, your decor.
Do you have problem with the ornate designs of my estate?
Shall we say I'm not a fan of the feathered sculptures.
What is it about them that bothers you, Molfin? Do you have a thing against birds?
Episode title.
Just ravens. But if we come to an accord, I'm certain that certain abilities of mine could be utilized to, shall we say, alter the current Baron's thoughts on naming you as a successor.
I think something can be arranged. When does this plan of yours, or if you even have one, when does all this stuff seem to be taking place? Is it soon?
I am planning within the next 2 to 3 10-day to start utilizing arcane means to gather.
That's a short turnaround for a revolution there, Molfin.
When you have what I have, there isn't much in the way of needed. Gather the allies, have them in place for when the people in power fall. All they need do is step in. Then we have the Water Baron of Yartar replaced. The Queen of Mithril Hall. A mage in Everland.
This
A
sounds.
few more that I'll
This sounds like a
keep aside.
This sounds like a complete restructure.
Wouldn't it be nice to have the architect of such a restructuring in your debt?
It's very intriguing. I must say, Molfin, you come with a great offer that's very hard to refuse. And at that moment, we're going to pause with your conversation right now. We're going to dive back outside where Lachlan and Ashlyn, Riled and Callista can no longer see through the windows, are confused about what's happening. You sent a message, Silver contacted you back. You didn't see anything. But he said it looks like this. And that's it.
Is Lachlan on the ground floor?
Yeah, he was on the ground, I believe. Yeah, he never...
Okay, so I'd be like, Locke, why don't we just climb and see what happens? see in the windows?
There are funny magical symbols on the windows and some of the wall up there that I'm a little bit. I tried to give Gramps a little ring, but he didn't answer.
Wait, are they like in a line on the walls, or are they all scattered all over the walls?
Make
hidden,
a perception check, Ashlyn. Go ahead.
Okay. That's cocked. Ooh. And then we got another proficiency bonus point, so 23.
23. Nice.
Yeah.
You look up, yeah, you can see there's a row of them. It's kind of like you can see them on the windows. There's one kind of very faintly put on each window. Then about 8 foot up, like above the windows, there's a row of them. But they're about 3 feet spaced apart. Then about 4 more feet up, there's another row. And then past the second story window, you can barely see it. Looks like there's another row.
Can I start walking up the walls and looking through the windows above where the curtains are?
You can. You're going to have to be real careful not to bump one of these
Yes.
ones in the first row. Okay?
Yes.
You're going to need...
Question.
Yeah.
Is there raven iconography like all over this property, or is it just in the house? Just wondering if Cliff has picked up on anything.
As you look
hedgerows,
around, there is raven iconography. You can see there are like
Not good.
sculptures of ravens like on the top of the house. It's a 3-story house, but you can see that there's like, it looks almost like there's like a stone, I guess a fence of some sort, like a mini stone fence at the top that goes around the border of the top of the house, and at each corner there's like a little sculpture of a raven in a different pose.
Probably bad that they're all in there.
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay.
I don't like leaving them alone in there.
Exactly.
I will mage hand the curtains a little bit to see if we can peek in.
You have to go through the glass.
Doesn't mage hand like it conjures within 30 feet of me? I
It
think.
conjures within 30
Does it
feet.
say a place where you can see?
That's a good.
Because you'd have to see inside to be able to get it inside. Yeah.
At a point you choose within range. Huh.
Oh, so there you go. So
Wow.
So yeah, as the group of them left the room, now all of a sudden your mage hand just appears in the room and then pulls the curtain away, and you just see an empty dining room.
They're not in there.
Alright. Should we just, like, open all the windows, or do you think that's too suspicious?
No.
A little sus. Alright.
Can I back up and see if I see smoke coming out of a chimney? Like if there's a chimney one, and if it's lit or not.
Okay.
Are we gonna Santa Claus it?
There actually are a few chimneys to this house. You don't see any smoke coming out of them, and honestly, the weather hasn't been really cold. I think it's kind of like the end of summerish in the season that we're at now. I think that's about where we've left off. So it's not really cold yet. So there's not a lot of use for the fires.
If I walk the perimeter of the I guess I can't walk the perimeter of the house.
I can probably get in there.
But I want to come.
I know you want to come inside. But
can anyone? Raud's like, does anybody have a means to dispel this glyph on the window?
Can I make an Arcana check to see like the level of spell this is?
You
can just jump through the window.
You can attempt. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
All right. $15 plus 8. 23.
Ooh. Yeah, you're checking it out. Let me double check really quick on my D&D Beyond. Okay.
Look, why don't we just go down in the chimneys? Come on. We can do it.
This appears.
I can get us all up there.
This appears to be you. The magic that's giving off is like a school of like you can tell it's like an abjuration kind of symbol, and you've seen Molfin use these from time to time. You're not 100% sure what level, just based off of just checking with the Arcana symbols, but you definitely know it's an abjuration glyph of some sort.
Great. Last time she saw Molfin use one of those, he blew himself up.
Oh, that's right.
Huh? I mean, I could get us all in there.
Hey, do we want to go to a particular room, or are we just gonna go in a random room? Should we go in this room?
They're pretty easy.
Let me just read my spell real quick so I don't get us all killed.
Philadelphia experiment.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big one, but I don't like this. It's a real big one, but I think it's worth it.
Okay.
Oh God, damn it!
We're in there. Is it gonna get hot? Like we might as well just break our way in if we're going in. Or...
No, I have.
Yeah.
We can go in through the. We're gonna Santa Claus it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Callista, you would have made a great burglar.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna love this then, because what better way to get in than to blend in? And I cast animal shapes, and I make them all ravens.
Okay. See,
And I can change their shape on an action, but right now they're ravens.
Okay.
And you maintain, this is not polymorph, this is animal shape, so you retain your intelligence, your wisdom, all your intelligent stats.
Oh,
They're all solid. You know exactly what's going on.
okay.
no.
Nevermore.
Yeah.
Not intelligence.
So just like that, with some incantations and a word, Callista transforms all of you into ravens outside, and you're flapping around outside. Raud's like, we couldn't have just dispelled the glyph.
No. Element of surprise, Dad.
All right, I get it. I hate being a bird.
I'll change you in a minute. Let's get up there.
So you guys are flapping up towards a chimney?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go down the chimney of this room? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, we might as well. We see it's empty.
Okay. Yes, you guys flap up and down the chimney and pop out in that same room that the inspectors were in not too long ago.
Do you have preferences on animals? Snake.
I mean, as Raud's flapping his, I always prefer massive spiders.
I do not. Let's go with not massive spiders.
Actually, spiders are not a bad idea right now.
They're hard to see, right?
They're hard to see, and we can go up on the ceiling.
But I'll hate myself in the morning.
I will make you a butterfly.
Okay.
You turn Ashlyn into a butterfly?
A black butterfly,
Black
and we
butterfly.
all turn into spiders.
And you guys turn into really small spiders?
Pretty small spiders, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys flap closer to the ground, and then all...
No, I would say closer to the wall.
Closer to the wall? Okay.
Like if we land on the ground, we're at the wall side.
Okay. So, yeah, Lachlan,
I don't like it.
You're sitting there, and the little butterflies flap around. I would like for Lachlan and for Callista to make a perception check for me, please. Not Ashley, just Lachlan and Callista.
Is this sight or sound?
This would be sight.
Sight.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
17.
17. Natural 20.
38.
38. Callista, you're the first to notice this as one of your 8 eyes of your spider catches this. One of those raven sculptures on the mantle is looking towards Ashlyn's butterfly form, and you see its head kind of just shift a little bit.
Shit. I turned her into a raven real quick.
All right.
So confused.
Okay.
Sorry.
Back into a raven.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make her like a little smaller one. Not a big,
Okay.
not a giant ass raven, like a smaller, like adolescent crow.
Okay. You got it.
All right.
What's
let's
the
look around for-
plan?
Look for Molfin or Diana
So
or
can you
Silver.
can you guys talk in this form? Like, can you guys talk normally?
I think we can.
Okay.
Our intelligence stays the same.
Okay.
Understand all
That's up to you.
languages?
If you want to rule it that we can't, we can't.
So it's not like Critical Role where they're like, I like bread. I like bread.
No,
I
nope.
like bread.
Listen, 8th level spell, you have everything.
Okay.
Wow.
Gotcha.
I'm a talking animal.
Yeah.
Talking animal.
Talking animal.
Hey, boo boo. Can you steal some picnic baskets?
So, what do you guys do? Anything?
I'm gonna start listening around to see if I can hear any of my party members.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check based on sound.
Sound,
Yeah.
yes.
Anybody else want to do anything in particular that's in there? Raul is just kind of follow along with what you guys do.
Testing out my webs. You know. Yeah.
Nice.
35.
35. You thought you heard a voice that sounded similar to Vic's, but like a lower tone? A little ways away, and then you heard a door close and some footsteps away from you.
All right, I'm gonna go towards that.
Okay.
That's a sound I recognize.
Okay. Go ahead. Why don't all of you go ahead and make stealth checks? Now, does your Pass Without a Trace end with this new spell that you cast?
I believe it does.
Okay.
Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it does.
So
Do I have to use the Raven stats?
No, let me check.
I think
you
the
do.
physical stats you do, but not
think
the mental stats. I think you keep your mentals, but like strength,
so
dex, and
health would be-
constitution.
Yeah,
would
you
be
keep
the...
your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, and everything else you assume is the new form.
Okay.
Dex is good with Raven. Good with.
What's a spider's stealth?
I think it's plus
Okay.
Spider, I
2.
think, has advantage on stealth, but I'll double check.
You should be able to find it on D&D Beyond if you just type in spider at the search box.
Spider 5e or something like that. 17.
17. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking spider for you now, Lachlan.
Yeah, me too.
I'm checking as well.
Stealth
plus 4.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
I thought it was only plus 2. That's good.
Yeah. That's a 10.
10? Okay.
I'm
All right.
gonna get smashed.
You're gonna get eaten by a raven.
It's 15.
15. Gotcha.
11 plus 4.
All right. I'll hold on to those numbers as we transfer over to the inspectors. Inspectors, you guys make your way down the steps. It is dark. So those of you that do not have dark vision, what is it that you would like to do to be able to see what you're doing?
I have dark vision. Well, I can
You?
see normally, and
Oh, okay. Because I didn't.
because of my
You're-
warlock stuff,
Gotcha. Okay.
I have Eldritch Sight or Double Sight, whatever it's called.
Does anybody else not have the ability to see in the dark? Out of those individuals?
I have a lot of dark vision.
Okay. Well, dark vision's still, it's still gloomy gray. So, you know, you
Yeah.
can see, but it's not like bright or anything. But yeah, you can see what looks to be
I think I have 30 feet.
Okay, 30 feet. It opens up into a large chamber down at the bottom where it looks like there's a bunch of crates, boxes, and other kinds of things that what a couple of the crates and boxes have just like canvas over top of them and things of that nature. It doesn't look like they use this cellar much for much. It just kind of looks like a lot of storage from your first glance.
Perfect.
I'm gonna start looking through all the boxes.
Yes.
Okay.
Searching boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Go ahead and make perception checks, both of you, or somebody can make it with advantage if somebody is helping someone else.
I will help
Okay.
Vix.
Anything Diana would be doing
Yeah.
other than this?
I think she would also be looking for the thing that we're supposed to be looking for.
Okay, so you basically all just kind of helping each other, so you're just giving your advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural 20 for a 30.
Woohoo.
Jeez.
Nice. For a 30?
I'm a dragon. 33.
33. Okay.
I'm a dragon.
Dragon's almost as good as Callista.
Yep.
I know. So much better than Vix.
So, going in to this area, you find a box that has a bunch of old artwork in it. Still framed, but rather dusty. It looks like this stuff is probably very expensive, especially the frames. Some of the frames are made out of very intricate, like these woods that you got look like they might have been imported from Chult or somewhere. So it looks really, really fancy stuff. You even find a smaller frame that's made out of pure gold. But the one commonality with all this is you notice there's a blonde woman in a lot of these images standing next to a very confident looking tall man wearing very nice noble attire. He's got like the ascot up here around his neck. Looks very professional. Looks like has dark hair, but like the sides were graying a bit on the sides. And a lot of this imagery is of these two individuals together. Aside from a few crates that look like they have what seem to be like fine china that might have been outdated or a little bit less expensive than the ones that they currently are using. You find some of those in a crate in a box. It looks as if like when stuff goes out of style or they're not using it, they put it down here.
Okay, so this isn't like the necklaces.
Yeah, this is just like a storage room.
Yeah, it's just the regular storage.
It's a storage, yeah. And there's no doors. It looks like there are areas where there's hooks where lanterns could be put around like the stone walls if they wanted to illuminate it and light it up. But that's really it.
All right, so I had a plan. Potentially, I wanted to bounce it off of you guys.
Okay.
So, I could turn into a dragon and start burrowing to make it look like there was structural damage.
How big? I like this idea, first of all. But how big are you in dragon form?
I'm pretty big. I'm pretty big.
I mean, I'm okay with it if everybody else is.
I am thinking right now, what would Callista say?
Oh, you're right. Callista would be so mad.
I don't know. I don't know if she would mad because we're causing structural damage. Okay, here's my Callista question. What purpose would it serve? What happens after we say that there was structural damage? How does that get us closer to wherever his medallion might be?
We could say we need to check the upstairs because we found structural damage down here.
Yes.
Wouldn't
enough structural
we
damage
say
for
what
the
structural damage?
No, we're just looking for it. We're not fixing it.
Why don't you just lie about it?
it?
like, thank you, voice in the sky.
Sorry,
we could lie
sorry.
about it.
Sorry.
We could lie about it.
Cool.
We could lie about it. Yeah.
Omnipresent Ashman.
I could instead of you turning into a dragon.
Callista's not here.
Callista isn't here. That's true.
It sounds like Molfin wants us to do it. In my head, the Molfin. I'm thinking, what would Molfin do? And
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Ilmater and the Asmodeus on my shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't know which to choose.
I can
It's
make it
disturbing that
look.
That's your example for Molfin and Callista.
Oh.
I could make it look like it has structural damage down here, but not actually have structural damage.
right, I was saying I could just make structural damage.
Should we make authentic structural damage, or should
Oh my goodness
we
gracious.
illusion structural damage?
Or I could just.
I feel like to sell a lie.
What is the like floor and like these walls made
Yeah,
of?
how
Michael?
big is this room? What is the size?
Yeah, are we talking about like a small cellar to where we're like hunched over, or at least I'm hunched over?
No, it's
Or is this like tall?
it's tall. It's like 10 foot tall,
Okay.
and it's made out of what looks to be worked stone. Like
How
the
big
house,
is,
the house
huge?
portion seemed to be made out of wood and brick and things of that nature. Down here looks to be some kind of stone, like a traditional basement that you would find. Where I grew up in Pennsylvania, up north, we all had basements that were like this. So it makes sense in my head. I don't know if it makes sense in everybody's head, but yeah.
I will take out of my
Or
backpack.
concrete walls.
yeah, concrete. Yeah.
I will
Or
take out
cinder
of,
block.
Shall we?
out of my backpack a crowbar and a hammer. We could just make cracks if we don't want to do the dragon thing.
What if we do the dragon thing and we make cracks and we tear down a load-bearing wall?
Let's do it. Yes.
Yep.
I like it. Smart.
Is there, Michael? How big is huge? How big is a huge dragon?
Huge dragon.
Yeah.
If you transform in this room, you're probably going to be bigger than, like, it would be hard for you to squat down in a 10-foot ceiling. So basically, when you transform, you're probably going to raise up the floor from the first floor a little bit, possibly even bust through some of it. It'd be,
All right, this might
That's
not be a
structural
good idea.
damage.
This might
That's
not be a good
structural
idea.
damage, though. But
It
structural
is.
damage would go into
And
the
then-
upper floors.
We could act like there was a dragon down here. We found it and then we're running away from it.
any of you have nature?
Whoa.
Any of you?
No.
Any of you skilled in nature? You are? You're skilled.
Me?
You're skilled
Yeah.
in nature.
I don't know why, but I am. Yes.
No, I'm not.
What?
I'm not.
All right.
I mean, I was a hunter starting off, so I mean, it makes sense.
Go
but
go
yeah.
ahead and make a nature check for me.
Diana grew up in the woods, but she's clueless. Diana was the one that they couldn't send out to pick berries because she would accidentally bring back the poisonous ones. And then everyone
12.
would get sick.
12.
That's fine.
You're having this conversation, and you kind of look over to one of those boxes that had all like the old china in it and stuff. You look over to the wall. Looks like there's like a dark spot on the wall.
I'll go over to the spot.
You go to the spot.
I'll touch the
Black mold.
spot.
You'll touch the spot.
Is it black
I
mold?
touch. Oh, is it black mold?
It,
Black mold.
it might be black mold.
Oh no!
Oh,
There's
no, wait.
actual
What's your name?
structural damage.
Taste it. Taste it. Adion. Adion.
Anion, I think we found black mold. How much black mold is here?
It's,
like, how big is the spot? Like,
Okay.
just like
While you
this, or,
while,
like,
while you guys were moving this box and like fidgeting around and investigating, and when you move this box away from the wall a little bit, it looks like it was hiding a little bit behind that wall at the base of the floor and the brick. It looks like some moisture has been kind of seeping in from that
I am
side,
going to
because that
scream.
side is the side that the river is on.
Mm.
there is actually some moisture finding a way in somehow, maybe through a small crack or some
structural integrity.
Some structural integrity.
Oh.
I'm gonna scream. This is the best thing ever.
I'm just gonna
losing my
throw
damn
you.
mind.
This is why
Diana.
Eric and Jamie do this in every stream because it pays off.
It works. It works. Dang it.
Like they actually found structural damage.
Yep. Well, I say we go up there and tell the people that they need to vacate the premises.
To be
We
fair,
found poisonous
I
gas.
don't think
Black
they've
mold.
ever actually did an inspection where they actually found something that they were looking for.
Nope.
To be fair, I think this is the first time they've actually
We
like,
did it!
It would work eventually.
Yeah.
I would
Now
like
we
to-
never have to do
Wait.
it again.
I would like to point out that this happened after the cleric said, "Let's destroy the load-bearing walls and drop
Yep.
a house on this and take."
On everyone's head. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know you're there.
Yeah, but there are other inhabitants of the house besides you. Just everyone.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of that. When you say Diana, when you say load-bearing wall, she doesn't know what that means. She's. Can I?
True city
Can
inspector.
I take? Exactly. I would like to take like a cloth out of like my pack or bag if I can and like wrap it around my face. Just look very dramatic.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I would do it too.
I'm not.
When we go back up there, like as hazmatty as I can make myself look
Okay.
for when we go back up there. So I can be like, there's a load-bearing wall. I mean, not a load-bearing wall. There's black mold on your load-bearing wall.
So you're gonna head up the steps.
I need to knock it down.
Aniad, you're gonna go up
Yeah.
the steps. Okay. So you start trudging up the
Anya
steps.
will, yes.
Okay. You open the door, and immediately on the floor you see a black spider looking at you.
It's a black hole
It's a
spider.
Yeah, it's a spider. Just sitting
Me?
there, right in the middle of the floor.
Does
Claw,
this
kill it.
is
Claw,
this
kill it.
spider purple?
It is.
Any way, shape, or form?
It is not. It's black.
I'm just like, okay, and I keep walking.
All right. That was
Careful
that
not to
was
step on the
Lachlan's
spider.
failed stealth check. and
Giving chase.
and now it's strange because now as you're walking down the hall, you're greeted by other creatures. It looks like a raven that's smaller than the typical bird. It doesn't look exactly like the one that bit Silver's finger, but it's kind of flapping down the hall. And what are you currently, Callista?
I am also a spider.
You see a black spider with a purple stripe.
Oh, purple stripe. Hey,
I would sit on your shoulder if you let me.
girl.
The bird starts talking to you.
Oh, hello. I forgot we could talk to each other. I'm gonna sit on your shoulder if you let me.
Yeah, I turn into a bird and
Okay.
fly up to her eye level.
Okay.
I come around the corner. Oh no, birds! Bigby's hit! Oh wait, I can't.
Probably for the best.
Did the statues come alive? I whispered to Vix.
They might.
I turn into a cat and I sit
Yeah.
down.
Lachlan,
Is this better?
Lachlan, you're actually the
Sounds
only
better.
one that really kind of recognizes the three of them because they're all wearing
Oh,
disguises.
right.
They look like city
Oh,
inspectors.
yeah.
So you're the only one that really knows that
Diana's
this is.
disguises glasses.
Oh, that's right. So
Diana-
then, nope, I would not go up to her.
You could probably recognize Diana because she didn't do too much disguise. I think she pulled her hair back and has glasses on or something like that.
Yes. Diana has her hair back in a very, very tight
there
ponytail.
you go.
Did you guys find what you were looking for? The spider says.
Right.
Why are these animals
We
talking to
found
us?
black mold.
Black mold. I mean,
I have no idea what you're looking
Black
for while we're in this house
mold.
because you guys
Why
are
are
missing
you
my
all in
elopement.
here?
I showed you.
Showed me what?
You didn't show
I
me
mean,
anything.
Silver as a cleric. What?
Go ahead, keep going.
I'm looking at the two birds arguing.
Oh, I'm a
okay.
cat now.
Oh, you're a cat now?
Oh,
Mhm.
the cat.
Sitting at her feet.
Anyways, Silver, as a cleric, I was just going to let you know the reason why animals are talking to you right now is because you inhaled the spores.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back downstairs.
No, you don't.
I want more of this mold now.
No, get back. Oh God.
Great. Our
I
cleric
love
just
Silver, what are you
abusing my
looking
power
for?
as a certified doctor.
Magic drug make me talk to animals.
I'm gonna just go I'm gonna take my dagger and just like go down there and take the mold off
No.
the wall.
Silver
No,
starts-
no.
Oh, you hear the cat saying no, no, no.
I chase after
The
him.
cat chases you.
Where's
Shoot.
Molfin?
Shoot.
Silver, if you tell me to shoot, I'm going to hurt you.
Oh.
What are you looking for? Why are we all in here?
This I will minor illusion. I showed you this. This
You did
is what we're
not.
looking. I did.
You didn't.
Oh,
I will explain the
This is what
parameters of magic
is.
layer. What am I looking at?
It looks like a,
Just like a little medallion.
yeah, it looks like an end of a medallion of the shape of a dragon, and it looks like it was broken off at the bottom, like it's attached to some, like it hooked onto something or something.
So it's the head of a dragon.
It's the whole
with
body. It's the whole
bottom
body
thing.
of it.
Oh, it's the body
Yeah,
of a dragon.
It's a
Okay.
dragon body, and it has it looks like it has this pedestal on the bottom where it would hook to something, but it's been
Yeah.
broken.
Do you know what's on the
Apparently
bottom?
No. There apparently is 3 of these rivets here. This is the one I know of.
How do you?
I need all 3.
They're rivets.
How do you know they're here?
My dragon friend told me, or my friend told me.
What are rivets?
I don't know. Apparently,
What
one of
do
them
you
is this
know?
medallion.
Oh.
These rivets are to help me free my friend.
Who's your friend?
That friend?
They
I point to Jake.
they speak in Draconic to me.
What do they say?
Oh, I think
Thanks.
I've heard that too.
Vix has heard the voice.
I think.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they speak in like Draconic over the wind. It's really cool.
I really honestly don't remember what they said to me. I do remember them talking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's black mold we're all inhaling, and that's why this makes no sense. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Black mold is dangerous.
We need to talk to the owner.
Where's Uncle Molfin?
where is Gramps?
That and we're gonna
Don't know.
we're gonna get ready to segue with that, and we pan to the room where Molfin is currently sitting, surrounded by these beautiful noble women, or at least they seem to be beautiful noble women. Cat looks towards you, Molfin. It's like, so, what is it? We're just supposed to remain ready? Is that where we go from here?
For the moment, we'll have some additional information once I leave and go meet up with the rest of those individuals and find out how whatever they were going to take care of today is made out of it. But this is incredibly rude, but I'm going to ask anyway. Where are you from? I have not run into beings such as you before.
What if I told you, Molfin? What if I told you that I foresaw you coming to see me today? What if I told you that my patron and the one that I serve already spoke to me about you and told me that you would bring yourself before me and that I would willingly let you in to my estate? I am from a land shrouded in shadow. A land far...
Molfin's going to
A land far from here. Yet, close enough you can almost reach out and touch it in the darkest of places. My sisters and I, and she looks around the room at all the girls around. That's where we hail from.
Molfin's going to turn and look at the fireplace, starting to really make those connections he had been starting to be a little concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
And look back over at her. Well, if your patron is speaking with you, and it's... Glances back over at the ravens, what I'm thinking. Perhaps you can tell me why. Why him?
Him?
Had no gifts, no power.
Who is it?
Why did she choose him?
Who is it that you speak of?
Moby. Why did she take him over me? I have become more than he could ever be.
They're just all kind of like standing there in silence looking at you saying this, and she's like, it's the one in which you speak. Has become quite a prize for her. One of the most powerful that she has. No one really knows. No one knows why she had chosen that individual. I must admit, I find myself being quite jealous at times too. I know what that burning in your heart feels like. I felt it before. I'll feel it again. But let's be honest. Who has time for that shit?
Eventually she'll realize she chose wrong. And after all, we did destroy a repository of sorts. That... And Molfin will just sort of gesture with the hand. Was using to withhold information from her. She will soon see the errors of her ways. Once you and I have remade this land.
When you're ready, Molfin. She has asked me escort you into her presence. When you are ready.
I'm assuming that statement comes alone.
No. She wants everyone to be there. And who knows? Maybe she will tell you why she chose this Moby instead of you.
I will confer with my compatriots. And I will let you know when everyone is ready to join in her presence.
We look forward to continuing our business relationship, Molfin. We'll be waiting here. Waiting for the signals, waiting for the signs.
Molfin gives a little bow.
She kind of holds out her hand like proper nobly, you know?
Molfin walks over.
And as she...
Bringing her within
and she transforms into that.
And Molfin will reach out with the left hand, grasp it, wink the yellow eye, and then kiss her hand.
Okay. She kind of just has that half of a smirk as you kind of back away, and it looks like a couple of the other women are opening the double doors that you came through initially, and then you see her cat like look over to one of her other ladies and be like, Ginlin, how about to give him one to go? And she brings a glass over. It's another scotch on ice. And hands it to you.
I'll take it and start sipping it away and just start walking out the way he came.
Yep. As you're coming down the hallway, you take a look to your left, and there are some inspectors that you recognize in the hallway, being led by one in glasses who looks very intense, like a person on a mission. And there are random animals. There's a raven. There's a cat. There's a spider. And they're just coming down
If
the
you
hall.
have true sight, you can see us.
Yeah, you can see them. You can see it's strange because Lachlan is a very miniature version of himself, where there is a spider overlapping, like transparent, over top of him. Callista is somewhat shorter and just down there like in her cat form, and you can see the cat form overlaid over top. Ashlyn is there, like it's her humanoid form up there, and she's flapping her arms like this, and she's flying around.
Did any of them follow me?
You're just kind of stopped and looking down the hallway as they're almost about ready to run into you.
No, I mean, did any of the women follow me out of the room?
They did not. They kind of just opened the door, and you can hear it starting to close behind you as you've moved your way. You've moved your way far enough away from it that you're out of earshot.
Oh, good, because doesn't our magic go away?
If you get within 10
You get
feet
too
of me,
close.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
get too
10
close.
feet,
I would
okay.
say you're still out of range of his magic field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not thinking of that. I'm kind of charging forward, and I'm looking for the people who are in charge, so I can be like, black mold, shut everything down. There is black mold in the basement.
Okay.
I am following.
I'll just sort of...
Like Gordon Ramsay
No.
on Kitchen Nightmares.
Can I, like, facepalm
It's my
myself
energy.
with the wing?
Yeah. I do it with the paw.
Nice.
Molfin's gonna look at the two coming forward and just... Raven Queen. Turn and just start walking down the hall.
What?
Perhaps outside.
We still need to find my things.
Molfin's gonna back up and turn around. This
I'll
house
file a
is
report.
blessed by the Raven Queen. They know who is here. They were told that they would receive visitors today.
Oh.
Well, they clearly do not know about the black mold in their basement.
Well, are they in there? I'll point towards the door that he came out of.
At least 5 of them were.
I'll go for that door.
No.
I go through the door.
Okay, you guys are going through the door?
I'm walking
Look at
away
this
like
spider
I'm...
along.
We're still
Okay.
walking together.
We don't know that Molfin cast the spell that kills magic, right?
You don't.
Uh-uh.
But as you saw the two of them walk in, you would see their images fade.
I would have been walking with them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so all 3 of you would look like yourselves.
Well, Vix.
Up until Molfin walked
Do
away.
we know?
Now, Vix. Now, here's an interesting concept. Because it's anti-magic.
How many layers of form are there?
Yeah.
well, technically, my real form is the dragon. It can only be dispelled.
Is it only dispelled, or is the anti-magic field count as making him become Vix again for while he's around you? That's a good question.
That I think that's gonna be up to you.
Because
Yeah.
it's
It's true polymorph. It's a true spell, right?
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
But it has the potential to be dispelled. So
Oh, yeah.
This anti-magic field does not actually dispel.
Spell.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just
Like,
suppresses.
Presses.
Shape change and
see if
It's very important to know which form I take here.
yeah.
Yep.
Because this could
Because
cause.
one form I'm myself, the other form I'm destroying part of this house.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Is it instantaneous when you go through the thing?
Yep.
We sent him through it really, really fast.
Wait, how wide is the hallway? That's another question. Because if he walks first and I'm right behind him,
Oh dear.
so it's
This hall's like
according-
about 10 to 12 feet wide. So there is a little bit
Gonna
of space.
Smash Molfin into the wall.
I'd probably be walking behind him a little bit if he's leading the charge.
Okay.
Which
But
I'm
not by a
also
lot.
following closely behind him.
Yeah.
Drop my. Is there any way Callista can drop my form so I can tackle Diana from going inside?
No!
want.
Why would you? You wouldn't know either.
Why am I always getting tackled?
Because
I
it's
don't
a
even
terrible
know what's
idea to
going
go
on.
instigate the people.
what I'll do is I'll say that
We're not instigating.
I'll
We're
say
just
that
telling them they have
when
black mold.
when Diana charges through and goes past Molfin, you guys all witness what happens. So you would
Okay.
you would all have the knowledge, and you know because you've seen Molfin do this before. So your assumption, because he did it when you were with him when you guys fought the big guy, Grimthark.
Right.
So you would know that he has the capability of doing this. So when Diana goes through and you immediately see that, you guys would all be aware, okay, Molfin's got his anti-magic stuff up. So it probably wouldn't be a great idea for me to go in there.
Right. Right. I will not do it.
According to what
I still
can
go in
find,
there.
It says if you
goes through the
shape change
door
into a
and doesn't even
troll
know that no one's following her.
and step into it, you stay as that shape. So if his true shape is a dragon, I would assume that he would be a dragon.
Okay.
Would be my assumption. But again, this is off of boards. I can't find anything official yet.
Well, I dig my feet in as I see her turn it back into herself, and I don't walk any closer.
Okay. So Diana charges that door. You opening that door, Diana?
Yep.
The door's
I am
opening.
right next to
Right
her.
next to her, so the other inspector
Yes.
comes charging in. You seem to startle a group of very beautiful women standing beside what seems to be kind of like a wet bar over in the corner. It seems like they're all kind of enjoying some beverages. There's one woman in a chair who has her legs crossed and is kind of looking over to the others and holding a drink in her hand and just looks over quickly as the door opens and you guys come in, and startled at first, and then sees Molfin kind of trickle in behind, and then looks.
No, he's going.
Oh,
He's leaving.
he's
I'm
leaving.
leaving.
You're leaving.
I'm not
Oh,
following
okay.
him.
I
I'm
thought-
not. Yeah, I'm. As far as they're concerned, I'm not a part of this.
Okay, so looks over as you
Okay.
walk in and just looks towards you, stunned a little bit that you just walked into this room.
Hello, Aniad, Heartleon. There is black mold in your basement, and I need everyone to evacuate the premises immediately while we call in the proper people of the city officials to take care of it.
Wait, excuse. What was your
All in
name?
your basement.
What was your name again?
Aniad?
Aniad. And you have found black
Yes.
mold in our cellar.
Yeah. Mhm,
And we
I have.
and we need to evacuate the entire premises due to this black mold that you
Yes.
found in our cellar.
The spores, yes, they're airborne. This man over here, I point to Silver,
Okay.
inhaled enough spores to where he thought that he was talking to a spider.
No, I was actually talking to a spider
He
And-
thinks that
and
he
a
was
cat,
talking- Listen to
and a
him.
crow.
Listen, look at that. Everyone needs to leave right now.
Make a persuasion check.
God help me, and that's a +5 now. I know.
No, your persuasion's a +7, honey.
Oh.
Yep.
5. $12.
Well.
Ah.
They don't believe me. But I'm telling the truth.
She looks over at one of the other
There
ladies.
is black mold.
Mefera, will you go with this Aniad and see exactly what this is all about? And kind of looks over the one of the a woman wearing kind of like the dark green dress and makes her way towards your location. It's like, yes, please. Would you mind showing me where it is that you found this black mold?
Of course. And it is Aniad, Aniad, if it helps with the pronunciation. I understand. It's Elven. I know you're just human nobles. You wouldn't really get that. But, yeah. Oh, certainly. They're secretly Elven. Haha.
My mother and father paid for the greatest of tutors in all of Yartar. I do feel I have some knowledge in pronunciation.
Well, you seem confused. On we go.
Okay, so you're leading them?
I stayed in the room.
You stayed in the room? Okay. So Diana is leading this individual.
I'm by the stairs to the cellar, like not letting people go down there if they try to.
Okay. All right.
Incredibly hazardous situation. I highly advise you to take a rag and put it. Also, I don't think Diana knows that her illusion is broken.
It's not anymore.
It wouldn't be anymore.
It
only was broken when you walk through Molfin's radius. The minute you walk back out of his little like dome that surrounds him, you would have your illusion back. Yeah. Yeah. So she goes and it seems like Vix is standing guard as you guys approach.
Be careful. There was a lot of black mold down there. That also means there was probably structural integrity leading towards the river. So we might have to check that out too at a later date. I mean, you could potentially end up with a house full of lake water with feces and whatever else gets flushed into that lake, or river, I should say.
There's black mold everywhere.
It's terrible.
Like I said, the spores are airborne. Then hot air travels upwards into the sky science, so that means that the spores are traveling upwards into your home.
Yep.
And we would need to check upstairs as well.
Wood also very vulnerable to black mold. I just gotta say.
It's so incredibly vulnerable, and you have hardwood floors. I see. I think I don't remember what they described.
Just show me, please.
Sure.
Okay.
She's like, these people are so full of it.
So, do you open the door for her?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys open the door?
Yes, after I not gently put a cloth over her mouth and nose.
Okay.
And then I open the door.
You guys, you make your way down and you show her where the black mold potentially is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It appears there is some kind of dark dirt there on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Black mold.
Are you sure?
Absolutely positive, ma'am. I have seen this.
So, so how long will
quite
this?
Literally.
So how long will you plan on this taking to clean up this this little dirt?
Hard to say. Really hard to say. I mean, we gotta the officials, get all the guys down here. They gotta look at it. We're charting damage for them as we speak, but to make it a little bit easier, so that way they can fix it faster. You guys can come back home faster.
Right. Yes.
But really, just what we need is you to bear with us.
You seem to be very, very
take some
educated.
time.
You seem to be very intelligent on this. I'm very impressed.
Incredibly.
And
Thank you.
I appreciate your concern with our safety here. That is one of my.
Of course.
So, perhaps we should take this back up to Miss Foxguard, and she can. She's the head of household. She will make all the decisions around here.
Great. Then
she immediately like starts heading back up. She's been really like, just, I don't know, kind of like no really shows of emotion out of her much. No signs of panic or anything like that. And you take her back. You guys walk back upstairs. She starts to lead you back down the hallway towards where Miss Foxguard was. You guys,
when they left the room, I walk closer to the individual that looks like they're the one that told the other one to go with them. It's like, I have another reason to be here. I was told you have something that belongs to me. I would like that back, please. And I will do minor illusion and show what that looks like. There is 3 of them. I would like them back.
Those belong to you?
Yes.
How long have you been working as a city official here in Yartar, sir?
Oh, I'm not a city official.
You're not an inspector.
No.
You don't sport the garb. You're sporting the garb of an inspector.
Oh, this isn't what I really look like. Sorry.
It's not?
I can't make it go away either. I don't know how that works.
Hey, Tora! Help him! She begins to cast some incantations towards you. Question, Molfin. Because you would have knowledge of this. Your seeming spell, to dispel it, I would need to roll higher than the spell's level. If I just cast the spell at level 3, like it normally is.
I think you're muted.
You're muted, buddy.
Yeah, what else is new?
Yeah,
so if you're just casting the spell at level 3, then it would be an Arcana check.
Arcana check and
10 plus the
10 plus the spell's level.
Spell's level. I think it's a 5th level. Yeah.
So it'd be 15.
15 to beat it. Yeah.
She just got it. So casting Dispel releases the effect of the seeming on Silver, and Silver actually now looks like the Silver Dragonborn that we've seen before. I know you.
You do? I don't remember you.
Oh, that's a shame. I was the one who brought you back.
Oh, well, thank you for that. You forgot to give me all my property back, though.
I was waiting for the ill effects of the Shadowland to stop affecting your memory and your brain so much before I return them to you.
Well, thank you. I hold my hand out.
And it's about this time that Diana comes back in the room.
Alright.
Aniad, you can see Silver, plain as day, standing in the room, no longer an inspector. As you're walking with this other woman. And she walks into the room and sees this individual. Huh.
He does that sometimes. I don't. Black mold.
The woman seems to be ignoring you, Diana, and just looking right at the Silver Dragonborn, and then looks over. Keturah, would you go and recover the rivets for our silver friend?
Thank you. By the way, you do have black mold down there. I would get that checked out.
No, seriously. Like, I'm not joking. It's actual black mold down there.
Really? Is this?
I wasn't lying. It made me talk
She
to
saw
the
it.
animals.
It really did make you talk to animals.
Okay, actually, I do have a confession
did.
to make. It wasn't the black mold that made him talk to animals. I just told him that, and I kind of abused my position as a cleric that like knows things about like medical stuff to make a joke, but then it wasn't funny anymore. Anyways, you have black mold though.
Okay.
I whispered to her. How did I talk to the animals then?
I will contact Professor
okay,
Morrison
we're
with the
friends.
city, and I believe I can get the black mold taken care of.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
Silver, do we need to evacuate the building or no?
How am I supposed to know?
Because we were going to. I whispered to him. I'm
They're,
like,
they're giving
"Because
me my
we're
rivets
going
back.
to evacuate the building." So, okay, thank you.
We're fine. Thank you, though.
The building is clear. Diana's still in character as Anya.
Okay, you got it. The building is clear.
Where are all of our animal friends? Are they just chilling in the hallway?
I think they're just
Yeah.
chilling in the hall, right? Is it?
I would
No,
follow
let's,
Molfin.
You guys follow Molfin out?
I think
Okay.
I would.
I think I followed Molfin out upon hearing that, and then I saw Silver running, and I was like I was torn, and I rolled for it, and she followed Molfin.
Okay, followed Molfin. Lachlan, did you follow
Mhm.
Molfin, or did you stay in the hallway?
I'm on the wall in the hallway, just kind of watching, laughing. Yeah.
To be a spider on the wall. That's what it is. That might be the episode title. But it takes
Another maid comes along.
a little while. They actually like pour you a drink, Silver, and offer you a beverage. As they're, I know you're holding your hand out, waiting patiently, but it takes them a little bit of time. Like you're not sure where this woman went, and after a little bit of time passes, the woman appears in the room with this very glossy wooden box, like a small wooden chest, and brings it over to Cat Foxguard and sets it into her hands first. And then as she holds it, she stands up from her seated position and starts walking closer to you, and looks right at you and says, "We've been holding these for safekeeping till you were ready." And she holds out and just hands them to you into the box.
Well, thank you. I take the box, make sure they are my amulets in here.
Yeah, you open up your amulets in the center, and there are two others in there as well. Both look like dragons in a different pose, but it kind of look like they're made out of some kind of silverish. It could be silver, it could be some kind of other kind of chrome or some kind of metallic item. You're not really 100% sure, but they all look different poses, but look very similar, broken at the bottoms. There's 3 of them in here, and they're resting on velvet.
Well, thank you. You wouldn't happen to know where any more of these would be, would you?
I'm afraid not. But I think that this will be enough to do what you need to do.
Oh,
And she winks at you.
that's convenient.
And then
I wink
says...
back.
And then she says, "I must warn you, though. The queen is distraught because the one in which you seek has been taken."
Where have they been taken?
She does not know, but she believes someone who serves the terror from the abyss has taken him and is using the grip of the Shadowland against them.
Well, it looks like I have someone to kill then. Thank you.
She just kind of smiles at you.
Smile back.
She knew you'd be back for these.
Cool. I'm glad you had them still.
What do you think we've been doing in Yartar all this time? We've been busy.
glad to hear it.
Now, is there
Hey guys,
is there really black
mean,
mold
hey,
in
guys.
my basement?
Yes, there's actually really black mold down
Ani-
there.
Aniad is checking a list, and she's like, "Oh, there's absolutely black mold down there."
We will take care of that immediately. Thank you for checking that out.
Do
for
I
us.
need to still be watching the door?
Who is that?
I'm still watching the
No,
door.
you don't. You know, we're gonna be leaving. Just a friend of
Okay.
mine.
That name sound that voice sounds familiar a little bit. Wait, you had a
He's a friend of mine.
You
Old
had
friend
a
of mine.
little purple friend, didn't you?
I did. That is him. He doesn't look purple or small right now, though. Vix.
Vix.
Yes. Which one am I now? I don't know. I'm losing track of these voices, man.
You kind of sound a little bit like Mickey.
That's it. I give up. I'm talking like this.
You still look like the big one.
So Vix, you come into the room. You still look like an inspector.
I mean, I figure the stick's over when I see silver as silver. So.
Do you need some assistance in getting rid of your guys as well?
Still in character.
I don't really know if that's a good idea.
It's good to see both of you alive and well.
I have no idea who you are.
I didn't either.
It is a shame, but not surprising. I'm sure I will see you both very soon. Once again. You are, friends of Molfin. I'm not mistaken.
Yes. You said that very creepily, though. Just
I am actually the #1 general of Molfin. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
What did you do to earn such a promotion?
I got a little bit bigger.
That's all it takes?
I don't think you can do it.
She kind of smiles and... Well, you two please take care of yourselves and... Silver,
Yes.
there's a lot riding on you.
I don't see anybody riding on him.
I don't feel anything. Kind of like look around.
Ginlin, please show them out. She just smiles.
Diana looks up from... Diana looks up from her... Diana looks up from her notepad, and she looks at the two of them, and she's like, wait, so you two weren't inspectors?
Diana, it's over. Diana, there's no need.
Who's Diana?
I will just turn. I'll just like
That's not
turn
Flynn.
her around and start pushing her.
Okay. Diana, you're being
Black mold.
shoved out by your silver dragonborn friend. Lachlan, what are you doing as you're on the wall?
Scurrying along
Scurrying
the
along?
wall.
You got it. They eventually just kind of escort you out onto the lawn, and basically the two of the gorgeous noble women kind of let you guys out onto the lawn, where there like 4 guards greet you and then walk you the rest of the way across the front lawn to where Molfin and a couple of the others are waiting for you outside the main gate. You guys have...
Me and Ashlyn are now Tressums, so we can at least fly.
Okay.
Nice.
Cats
You
with
can turn
bird
into
wings.
Tressums?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Fantastic. So you guys are out on the main street. They have closed and locked the gate, and the guards are positioned back in their positions from when you first entered. The adventure is yours. What would you like to do now?
Apparently, we only had to do is ask, and I'll hold up the box.
Easiest heist ever.
Well, thank you for the help.
7 different pronunciations of Aniad.
Molfin, what was that about?
Initially, it was a way to aid Sylvan getting his items back. Distract the woman, and she happens to be in charge of the Hand of Yartar.
Right. And after that, the thing you said after that?
She is of the Shadowfell.
We have to kill her?
Gray-skinned, pointy-eared. I'm going to call her a shadow elf.
My dad is also now a Tressum.
Oh, he's a Tressum too.
Facial features very similar to the three of you, Callista, Ashlyn, Diana, but gray skin and almost comically oversized, pointed ears.
And you said this house is blessed by the Raven Queen? They're working with her?
Yes, thus all the Raven paraphernalia. According to this woman, the Raven Queen told her that she would be receiving visitors who would be permitted entrance to the building today. And that when I am prepared, they would escort everyone to her presence.
That sounds not good.
I don't know if I trust that whatsoever.
My dear, it all depends on how you define everyone.
What does that
All
mean?
right.
She has many enemies.
Yep.
We have many potential allies.
All right.
Do you think that
may
she
or may
would
not have the ability
willingly
to create a
shrink?
dimensional room where said allies could wait until we are brought into her presence and then open the door and...
Or may not.
See.
I'm gonna go with May and don't use it on me. All right, you're all missing my elopement.
Right.
Oh
Can
my
we
God,
teleport
that's
back?
right.
You continue to use this word. I really do not think it means what you think it means.
Aren't you technically also missing your own elopement?
I put the ceremony on hold. I said
So
I
then
had to find
technically
you
we're not
all.
missing it. If
But
it's on hold.
If you elope, then the ceremony is done. It's been completed.
I don't even know what
Yeah,
this word
you're
means.
missing it. We're not there. We have to go there.
Molfin's going to take about 3 steps closer to Ashlyn. Just so she's within the range of the spell field.
Okay.
And fall.
And then with...
Yeah,
to just
Ashlyn
back up.
falls down, and then you back up, and she is able to fly or hover as a Tressum if she'd like to.
I know that didn't hurt.
Didn't hurt at all.
I suppose a conversation can be had later. Ashlyn, is this really what you want? Okay.
You're
Hurts
getting
me.
married.
Apparently.
Yeah, he hurts me.
Ashlyn. Okay, that's great. That's good. I'm happy for you. Like, how do you know that he's like the one?
The one what?
Like the one
The
that you want to
one.
marry?
Oh, I don't want to
Oh.
marry him. I just want to
Bonded
live with
to
him.
for
That's
your-
completely different. We just hurt each
Ashlyn.
other a lot.
Ashlyn,
Yeah, I asked him to elope with me because he signed the heart. So I just wanted to tell him I loved him. So
honey.
we're gonna
I
elope.
step into Molfin's circle.
Because you elope so you don't
I
get
also
married.
step into Molfin's
soon.
circle.
Ashlyn,
Ashton's shoulders, like, oh honey, no.
Elopement means you get married without your friends and family.
Well, that's dumb. Who wants to do that? All right. So
Well, that's
I
what
have
you
the
want to do.
I have the people prepared all in
Okay.
in Nightstone. They're
Right.
sitting in rows. I have like some dramatic lighting, thematic lighting, and the orchestra's there. They're waiting to play, and I had to walk down the aisle and just say I love him.
Hey,
That
Roland.
sounds like a marriage ceremony to me.
No, it's not
Ashlyn,
marriage.
getting
That's like
married.
too long.
Out of character question. Is this man an elf or a human? Or a half elf?
I think it's a man, human.
Is Gavin a human?
That's a good
I think
question.
Galvin's a
Galvin.
Let me consult my Storm King's Thunder book up here on my bookshelf.
Gotta go
So I remember
dust it
him
off a
being
little
something.
bit.
I went Cluster and Diana to be my bridesmaids. I want Molfin to stand and walk me down the aisle.
Actually, I might be able to search his.
Ashlyn,
Well, I
I
don't know
got
how to
Ashlyn by the
spell it.
shoulders.
My dear,
Ashlyn,
you do realize
bridesmaids, bride.
precisely.
Yeah.
Married. You asked him to marry you, Ashlyn. He thinks that you two are getting married, as in bonded for
No,
life.
we're eloping. He's so silly. You're so silly. Just because we heart each other doesn't mean we have to get married, Diana.
You're right, you don't.
You ask him to.
You can also just heart friends. And not
Well, then
have
I
to
heart
elope with
all
all
of
of
you.
So are you eloping with all of us?
Galvin.
Yes.
Galvin. His name is Galvin Dragonmore, and he is a male half elf.
Oh,
So he is a half elf. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And you guys know he's a member of the Emerald Enclave. He has the green cloak. Mm-hmm.
Oh me, oh my. Okay. How do we?
How long were we in that house for?
Oh gosh.
You say it's been about an hour?
Probably, maybe a little bit more.
Okay, perfect.
How long does your anti-magic field last?
An hour.
Oh yeah, so it'd be gone.
So Molfin's gonna walk up next to Ashlyn. And
Please don't break her brain.
I will dispel animal shapes at this point. Making sure I clock Lachlan, making sure he's around, not still in the building before I drop his.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Ashlyn, do you trust me? I need to help you remember something.
of course I trust you. Why would wait?
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
No.
What did you
And
do?
I'm going to
disintegrate.
I'm going to cast Modify Memory.
Okay.
No. That's so unethical.
Go
No.
right before she messaged Galvin.
Okay.
To have her remember opening a book, reading about elopement, and knowing what the hell it means.
Okay.
I feel like we could have just gotten her a dictionary. Did we have to muddle her brain?
So basically, you're gonna magically incorporate the knowledge into her mind of what elopement
Yes, I'm
means.
going to crowbar
He's
memory.
matrixing her right now.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a resistance to this? Like, does she get to try to resist?
If she's not going to trust me and she's going to resist it, it's a wisdom save.
Would you like
No,
to
I
make it?
If she-
Are you gonna let it happen? Auto fail it?
Yeah, I trust him.
Okay. Sure. So you know what elopement means, Ashlyn. All of a sudden.
Oh God, what did I do?
Her face.
That was so good.
Oh no! Oh boy!
Ashlyn,
I'm in big trouble. Oh,
Are
I have
you-
to leave Rune. I'm a princess. I need a bag. I need a bag.
Oh my-
Take the bag of holding
I
it, stick it
start
over her head.
fanning her
No,
out.
no.
One,
That's a bad idea.
No.
one random guy walking on the street is like, "Oh, here you go. Here's a bag." And it just continues to walk.
Suppose I have to go to Nightstone now.
We're going to Nightstone again.
I will take a trip to Nightstone and make this as if it never happened.
Out of character, I love when the props are on go.
Now, Ashlyn, do you want him to not remember the
feel like-
conversation? Or do you want him to just...
Molfin.
The first one, not the latter.
Okay.
Something is entirely unethical. Why can't we just go back, explain Ashlyn's confusion? If Galvin really loved you, he would understand. This is the ultimate test. Does he really hurt you? If he did, he would
If
forgive your
that means
mistakes.
he wants to marry you, Ashlyn. The question is, do you want to marry him?
Tressum has a
You
tongue
know his
again.
answer
Think
already.
about it for a second.
Unless
Can you erase time, Molf?
No.
I can erase memories up to to a month from his mind.
what if he also doesn't know what eloping means?
What
And
about
you
all
just
the
got
guests?
really lucky.
How many people I invited?
We give Ashlyn what eloping means, and then we take away Galvin's knowledge of what eloping means, and then we act like we educated him on what eloping means. No.
That's way. You guys are getting real complicated on this. That's great.
Lots being burned.
I'm going to say that I think at this point we're relying too much on magic. I mean, it's to modify his memory. It feels the easy way out.
A lot of people waiting there for me right now.
Well, if you were
let it
eloping,
go.
it should
Feel
just
a
be
bit.
Galvin.
Ashlyn, how many of them know us?
Some of them know me
Gal.
because I'm a big sponsor there.
I don't know.
Most of the
Who
people.
did you invite?
If she invited people from Nightstone, you guys would assume like all of them know you because you saved most of them.
Was there a statue of Molfin in
Wait,
Nightstone
what?
for a while?
No, that's Daggerford.
You remember
Oh,
at the
okay.
very beginning of Storm King's Thunder, you guys saved a bunch of them from the Goblin Caves.
Goblin Caves with Gum Gum.
Yeah, with Gum Gum. That's right. When you guys decapitated Hark, long live Hark.
God damn
Whatever
it.
happened to them?
I don't go.
Callista,
Put that on the list.
I have
What?
an idea. You won't be a huge fan of it, but it is probably the of lesser evils. Are we not paying to rebuild Nightstone? Perhaps one of the most wanted criminals showing up and creating havoc.
Absolutely not. Before you even finish the sentence, absolutely not.
Not talking murdering people. Just
I don't. Molfin,
Why
don't
don't I
need
just
to give them more
apologize a lot to everyone and never show my face
I-
again?
Ashlyn,
I just want to burn the one house down that was cursed by Asmodeus.
can you just
Okay.
leave that alone?
Didn't we already?
We
Okay.
already landed a
We
rock on
already
it.
smashed that house. Yes.
And you know she rebuilt it.
Molfin,
She would rebuild it if you burnt it.
Maybe I'll burn her.
Burn
Just
her.
burning her house will not bring Moby back.
Jinx!
That's right.
No, he was
This is about Ashlyn and
chosen
her
by
accidental
someone.
engagement.
Ashlyn, in all
Yes.
seriousness, Diana's right. You need to talk to him face to face, truthfully, because clearly he cares about you a lot if he's ready to do this now. But if you're not ready, he will understand.
Maybe I'll
He
write him a
knows you.
letter
No.
from Uptown.
You cannot break up with people
Ashlyn,
over a
think
letter
about
or
this.
end a marriage proposal over a letter.
Your parents lost their memories. Do you want that for him?
No, I just want him to not yell at me and be sad.
If he yells at you, I'll break his
If
legs.
he yells at you,
Oh,
you
no.
kick his
Okay.
ass. No.
If he yells at you, I will eviscerate him.
Okay.
To jelly.
I'll snipe
What
him.
everyone's trying to say is we won't let him hurt you.
I'll kill him.
How chills is this time of year? Just really warm all the time.
Buggy. And there are lizard folk there that eat each other.
Oh. Yeah. Alright, I'll apologize.
We've faced
Tomorrow.
liches and dragons and giants. You can face him.
You can face the consequences of your own actions.
Not helping,
I never
Molfin.
faced those.
This is something we have never done here.
Yeah.
The consequences of our actions? God, no. That's at
Can
the
we
very
please
bottom
see
of the
our
list.
40,
Not
yeah.
on the list.
Alright, I guess I gotta
It's a series finale
soon.
in 20 years. Yeah, Ashlyn, I think that, yeah, like, to him and tell him the truth. You didn't know what the word meant, and you just wanted to tell him that you loved him. Say that it made sense to you, but you didn't know what it meant to him.
Don't know most things. Could have chosen better words.
Ashlyn,
Oh.
Next
he likes
time I
you
will.
for you,
Okay.
not
I
for
gotta
smart
stop
words.
picking random things out of the dictionary and insulting people with them.
Shall we
Ooh,
doing this?
jackanape is a good
Yes.
word for you.
I'll look around for a tree.
Molfin's gonna just, where the group is standing around, Molfin's gonna cast teleport.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Just right in the middle of the street.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I like put
And
my
aim.
arms up to get on Silver's shoulders.
I will lift him up.
All right. There he is.
And I am aiming for the roof of that house.
Okay. All right. So that's familiar. So do we have to make a roll for this, or is it
Let me
on your
check.
teleport spell? Probably if it is, it's a very difficult number.
Yeah.
Quite familiar.
Or a very easy number, I should say, probably to hit.
Okay, teleport. So very familiar. Yeah, it's anything from 25 to 100.
25 to 100. You got it. Here we go. Okay. You are on target with your teleport. So you guys feel that familiar teleport sensation as you guys kind of have this weird blip in reality where you just feel like you're falling just for a split second, and you appear where Molfin believes a roof of a building should be. But there's no building there.
Oh crap!
Looney Tunes.
It was never rebuilt. So you guys all fall 10 feet. And every one of you, unless you have a reaction that you would like to cast, will take 6 points of bludgeoning damage when you slam into the ground.
Since I'm holding Vix, can I stop that damage from Vix?
I will say it will half the damage to Vix. He's still going to take a little
Cool.
bit, so 3 points to Vix if you're going to be his cushion.
Yes.
Only one of us had Featherfall.
Oh yeah.
As Molfin's picking himself
Diana
up,
says
dusting
with
himself
her
off,
arse
just
in the dirt.
smacks Lachlan in the back of the head.
I smacked Molfin at the back of the head.
It's like so we got yeah. Just we got the smacks going on.
Ow! That hand feels creepy.
Molfin, you guys are on like a floor, like a hardwood floor, but you look up and it's almost like they started framing a structure back in, but never finished it. It's like it got started and then never finished. In Nightstone, so. But But there is, like, you look at you remember that open place where you guys originally were that Nightstone originally was whenever you guys first came there. They had filled that hole in, so it's like a center marketplace opening there. And it looks like there is a little makeshift wooden stage set up to one side that's in front of the inn there that the dwarf was the proprietor of. I cannot remember their names. I'll have to look through the book because it's been like 3 years since we've been there. But you can see that dwarven proprietor's just kind of like standing up there behind the stage area and like just looking around. Looks like he's combed his beard a little bit. And has a little bit nicer of wear for like just a regular like small townsfolk. Has like a little flower like tucked into like his pocket over here in the corner. You can see Galvin is standing near the little stage area, and there's this little thing that has what do they call it that goes behind the stage of a wedding. It has this little, it's like an archway that has flowers around it.
Yeah,
like the 12 archways.
Yeah, it's like one of those kind of behind it. And there's like 5 rows of chairs, like these like wooden makeshift chairs that are just put out there. Some of them are stools mixed in. It looks like they took some of the things from the inn out and started setting things up like bench seating as well from the inn. And there's people there. Like, looks like people from Nightstone that have just been here working. Other people, the Emerald Enclave with their green cloaks, are sitting there and all just kind of like chatting it up, just waiting for the event to begin.
Beautiful.
I joined the Emerald Enclave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just broke into someone's house, attempted to rob them, and pretended there was mold in there. You've joined a different organization, my dear.
It was really mold. There was mold there.
There actually really was.
There really was.
There really was mold.
Focus.
Saved their lives. Yeah,
Do you want him brought
Ashley.
to you, or do you want to go out there to him?
First question
You
in
want
the
us to create
world.
distraction?
I can make
If I
a
create
distraction.
Food or drinks
Mister
around
might
here?
kill me.
Yeah, there's a stand, looks like a setup with punch over
I'm
on
gonna
the
go
side.
help myself.
All right. Lachlan grabs like the big spoon out of the punch and starts pouring himself.
Lachlan is like, this is delicious. Who catered this?
I will go fetch him if that's what you want.
Yes.
Molfin's going to go into his pouch, pull out a small bottle of alcohol, mage hand it over to Lachlan, and then make a motion like this.
There you go. Lachlan, as you're doing this,
Striking the punch bowl.
Lachlan, as you're doing this,
Yeah.
that dwarf proprietor like walks over to the table. And he's like, I had the same idea. And he gets a little like flask out from underneath his jacket. He dumps a little in his cup, and he's sitting there like, drinking with you.
Cheers.
Callista, what were you?
I'm gonna go find Galvin and bring him to Ashlyn
Oh, yeah,
for a private talk.
He's standing by himself over there by the stage. It's very easy to find him. So you walk right up to him, and he notices you, recognize you. Callista, have you seen Ashlyn?
Yes.
She said she was. I know that she said she was going to find you.
Yeah, I need you to come with me for a few minutes, Galvin. There's some miscommunications that have happened, and you need to speak with Ashlyn before anything goes forward.
Oh, right. Is she okay?
She's okay, but be gentle with her. She doesn't. Just be gentle with her.
Okay, sure.
Okay, come with me.
Okay. He follows. His green cloak from the Emerald Enclave, like flapping in the wind behind him as he walks. And you guys, as Ashlyn's still waiting in that framed up structure, where all the
Yes, I'm waiting in that framed up structure, and I'm grabbing the closest hands to me. So I'm gonna pick Vix and Diana are on either side of me, and I'm holding their hands so tightly,
Okay.
so tightly.
Molfin's going to cast
I
invisibility.
hold her hand back.
Molfin casts invisibility. Okay.
Yep.
Now,
Literally just wants to disappear.
question. Now, I might have missed this. Did you drop the seeming spell on Vix and Diana, or do they still look like inspectors?
I have not dropped it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're holding the two hands of
Great.
two Yartarian city inspectors.
Okay.
And
Please in your life of them.
and Callista.
Galvin, you have black mold.
Calvin.
Galvin.
I picture Silver
Hi,
Elf
Galvin.
talking
We haven't met yet. I'm Aniad.
Galvin approaches behind Callista. Callista, you bring Galvin over without issue. And he sees Ashlyn holding on to the two hands of these individuals that he kind of recognizes Diana, but she looks a little different. Has no idea who is on your other hand. Ashlyn, is everything? Everything okay?
I use big words and I don't know what they mean.
You use big words and you don't know what they mean. What big words, dear? What are you talking about?
Dude.
I only heard "tude."
And elopement.
Elopement.
I don't know what xylophone means and why it's spelled with an X, and it really scares me sometimes. But I'm really sorry. I love you, but I don't think I'm ready for this.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
I'll be honest. I was a little confused as well because I wasn't really sure what we were doing.
Well, I just was gonna dance, and I thought we were gonna say we loved each other and dance in front of everyone and have a big party. Can we still do that?
We can still do that if that's what you want to do.
Okay. And I'll drop
it's not a
Vix in
marriage.
Diana's hand.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I thought like
God.
when you said elopement, like I didn't know why we were inviting a bunch of people. But I just, I care about you and I wanted to support you. And I didn't want
Thank you.
I didn't want you to I didn't want you to feel bad. So
Aw, thank you.
I
So
just agreed to marry you.
yeah, well that's nice. Let's dance and eat a lot of, and let's start drinking too. Why don't we do that? We can all do that. Let's go.
So drinking and dancing. All right.
Yes.
Who is that? And points to Vix.
Oh, he's a dragon. It's fine.
Oh. Okay. Like
He's Vix. He's a really
I'm
nice
Anya.
dragon.
like Clarion in disguise?
I guess. I don't know how dragon magic works.
Oh. Okay. Hey Clarion.
No, I don't know who that is.
No! Oh, Callista and Vix at the same time, no!
They.
One, I don't know who that is, and two, that name is too long.
Yeah, that doesn't
They
sound
are
like
a
Clarion
match
at all.
made in
No,
heaven.
Clarion sounds a little smoother, more
It's-
baritone-y.
It's a little
Kinda.
raspy, a little rough around the edges. Yeah.
It hurts.
It's character. Yeah.
Sometimes.
So
This is big.
Galvin holds Ashlyn's hand and they make their way out and Galvin's like he approaches the rest of the crowd that's sitting there. They're all like kind of like
Smell.
looking and having this conversation. Well, we had a little conversation and we just wanted to come and tell all of you that, and he looks at Ashlyn and smiles, and we are very much in love. And we're so glad that all of you could come and enjoy this special moment with us. We're just going to skip right to the drinking and the dancing. And we're just going to have a party right here in the middle of Nightstone. And everybody looks very confused at first. They're like looking at each other. But then it's kind of like, all right, whatever. Yeah, a couple of them do kind of like, well, I've got other things I've got to do, so I'm gonna head off and get to work. But then a couple of them just start to engage, and some hired minstrels in the corner start playing some music, and you guys begin to enjoy a little festival.
Do they have like a pan flute or a drum over there? People are playing.
They don't have a. They do have a pan flute. They don't have a drum.
Can I go try to like steal that guy's pan flute?
You can. but he's currently playing it.
Hey, can I try that out?
Okay.
I'm not very good. I'm kind of rusty, but I'd love to try it.
Yeah, well, you go ahead and give it a shot, I guess. Make a performance check.
That's a 12 plus 17, so 29.
Oh,
Nice.
yes. Like, it gets to the point you're playing this thing so well that guy that you basically took his job, he goes over to the punch bowl, and then he gets a flask out, and he just starts dumping the flask in a gun, and he just starts drinking away like he's done playing for the rest of the evening, and you just like sit there, and eventually the other two minstrels that are playing like lutes and stuff, they just stop, and they just sit there and they're just in awe of your playing, and you play by yourself.
That's good with me. I'll keep playing it, and then when everybody like starts spreading out, and like that, I notice that guy starts coming towards me. I'm just walking away.
Okay.
With this pan flute. This is my pan flute now.
He doesn't ever approach you again. He gets he gets incredibly wasted, and you have a feeling like you will be able to take that pan flute without much of an issue.
Wonderful.
The rest of you are enjoying this festival, and we'll continue to enjoy the festival in our next episode of Kindred Lists.